Alright, we got a text log. Patients are becoming agitated and combative as a result of the new regimens of memory-erasing drugs. They no longer remember who we are from day to day and must be convinced to leave their cells every morning. Many are so frightened they require sedation to get to the information chamber. Orderly Gusetsis was bitten 3 times by patient 6. Must now be told why he has a broken jaw every morning.
Why do I have a broken jaw?
Because you keep biting bitches.
Oh. Classic patient 6.
Oh boy.
Tideman's always jamming up the
Ooh,
signals.
text logs. Please refer all registrants. Oh, after you.
We'll do one after another. Please refer all registrants complaining of anxiety and or psychological problems to the other hospitals in the area. We booked and are running low on mood-elevating medications with the recent CEC layoffs and the increased tensions between unitologists and EarthGov. I thought this was enough of a spike in cases. This new wave is something entirely different, Dr.
Almost
Brian Alps.
like it's aliens or some
What?
What? It disappeared!
Unless he flew blind? No, he's fucking gone.
What a magical necromorph.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you getting milk? Oh, from the space cows.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we got in this horrible room that I'm gonna move away so it doesn't be horrible to listen to? Stasis bed, whatever. Replace tachyon unit. Degaussed array. Calibrated. Heisenberg forks. Induction coil still not firing in sequence. Testing for shattered matrix. Called in dispatch to cancel the next appointment. This may take all day.
I hate this job.
Look! It's
Look at that.
dark matter energy or some shit.
Now, to be fair, balloons are very scary.
I think they explode later on their own. Alright, let's read this text log. Yeah.
Chairman Donovan, this is Dr. Brooks. I've said this many times and I'll say it again. I don't like the secrecy behind the new labs they've installed in the Psych wing. It's been 3 years and we don't have the faintest clue what the hell is going on. Such secrecy has no place in an open and free society. Their networks are so isolated that we can't even tell that they have one, let alone sift through it to see if anything unethical is taking place right under our noses. If we don't get some traction on this soon, I'm going to have to go to Tideman, and you don't want that, and insist on a formal review of these policies. Brooks, out!
But Tideman is behind it all.
Oh.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, what the fuck?
That's the name of this chapter. Is this yours or mine? Oh, no. It's Sorensen's.
Come on, their limbs. It's the only way they go down. It's their limbs. That's the secret. Comms are down. We can't get a broadcast out, so tell everyone you see.
Tell everybody. Cut their limbs off.
Maybe you should like upload like a space tube video.
Yeah.
But he'd get it flagged for it not being appropriate.
Okay, so look at this big treasure room. We got, oh, they also have story content, like a text log. Let's see. The quarterly report, Titan space footage, oh boy.
9.5.
Unemployment's at 9.5 due to collateral job losses from ongoing collapse of local planet cracking businesses. The aftermath of the Ishimura incident. How do I scroll down with this? Oh, here we go. Continues to depress all planet crackers as more and more support services go out of business, leaving less and less capacity for planet cracking. However, Titan Station continues to post a small profit buoyed solely by the cash influx from Earth government's scientific research and operations facilities. So them poking around in Isaac's brain is like all profit.
Ah, yeah. He's a gold mine.
Human Needs and Services Organization has been spared the brunt of planet cracking collapse by the pickup in traffic with the government sector. Planet cracker docks, ship services, mining supplies, and tool vendors continue to post heavy losses. However, the CEC itself has found moderate new life for its facility in the R&D department of the government.
Yeah, ass cracking isn't what it used to be.
That's cool. Hey, let's read a text log. Oh, it's
Conquering the Moon, Part 1 of 2. Planet cracking first became feasible, and then decades following the discovery of the unified field theory, which allowed us to control the graviton in the same manner we were accustomed to controlling the electron.
That's cool.
With the advent of large-scale applications of graviton control, it became clear to the mining consortiums that they had a new tool at hand. Shock point drives were in their infancy, so extrasolar mining was out of the question, and the dangers of planet cracking were still unknown. Saturn's moon Titan was selected as the site of the first moon harvest. As it was known back then, Saturn was far from Earth, as the consortium were willing to work with and still have reasonable access to timely supplies and support.
Planet cracking is basically you just blow the planet up and then you mine it normal.
Yeah.
But you have to blow the planet up really hard.
But they're like, it's so much cooler if we call it planet cracking.
Yeah, we cracked that shit.
There are necromorphs everywhere.
You know, it's weird. There was that stuff, but I don't remember there being a workbench. United Spacefaring Guide Guild History Series. Titan Station, Conquering a Moon, Part 2 of 2. A large colony was established on Titan to study the moon's every seismic detail and prepare for disassembly. As the operation got underway, the orbital platforms that assisted the work became the prototypes for the planet crackers that would soon follow. Titan was successfully cracked and harvested, only slightly behind schedule. It was a major boost for the then beleaguered population of Earth, who believed their extinction from lack of resources was imminent. Titan's harvest was halted before the entire moon was disassembled, leaving only the small shard where the original colony had started. From here, the station grew in leaps and bounds as the new era of planet cracking got underway, serving as both a critical research outpost with the advent of shock point drives, wave station for all planet cracking missions going forward. It is now whimsically known as the Sprawl for having done just that over the many years of its operation. Yeah.
I love the new age of planet cracking. Same as the old age.
Really? It's the fucking
But it's a
unitology house.
It's a nice calming yellow color. So you know it's good. What happened to this man? Why is he upside down?
Here, you read the religious thingy.
We, the children of the marker, grow tired of the oppressive, thinly veiled attacks from the Earth Gov on our rights to worship as we please. Reduced hours of operation for the church, fire marshal restrictions on the size of revival events, permits needed to distribute literature. These are all poorly concealed attempts to quash the truth. Our truth! And they will not succeed. The blasphemous, short-sighted, reckless, destructive, and hopeless path that EarthGov has us on is a dead end. One that only unitology has the answer to. Altman has foreseen it, and we are blessed to execute it. Prepare yourselves, brothers and sisters. We's about to get high as fuck.
And get converged.
Yeah.
Oh, I found another text log. Recruiting has slowed markedly in the last few weeks. This is surely due to EarthGov's recent slander campaign, painting us as carpetbaggers and insurrectionists in the press. Now let's ignore the fact that they straight up cause a worldwide insurrection in Dead Space 3. Regions from the churches at Venus Waypoint and Heliopause Observer are shocking later this week to are shocking in. Oh, okay.
Right.
Later this week to strategize a response. Expect additional budget to be allocated to public relations and media to combat this trend. Also, the CEC layoffs continue to negatively affect recruiting targets. We're down almost 30% year over year.
We gotta get the results.
We need more people to converge. All right.
Just stomp your heart out.
Oh, look, it's a picture of Mr. Altman.
Look, isn't that a religion that you can get behind off the effigy of a screaming man in front of an evil object?
Yeah, man. I'm into it.
I'm into that.
It's a text.
Marion, I'm going to leave this log here for you to find when you come get the rest of my stuff. I hope I don't forget anything. This is a really big deal. The rebirth is going to happen very soon. Just like they said, this is a very special time because of the rebirth. Once in a lifetime, actually. It's a once in a million lifetimes. They say they've been prepping for the rebirth since before we were human. Do you know what's special that makes us? We're the ones who's going to get to see the rebirth. I'm so excited, my skin is tingling. I've got chills. Okay, gotta go. The ceremonies for the rebirth happen in half an hour. I don't want to be late. Bye, sis. Love you so much. Come join us. Haha, okay, bye, the rebirth.
Haha, we're gonna go mass suicide ourselves.
Okay.
Think I give a shit about your fucking brother? I don't give any shits. Ooh. Something about the rebirth, I bet.
I hope so.
Remember to keep all rebirth visitors in your sight at all times. The indoctrination centers are off limits. Remember, be in the light in the room for those who walk in darkness.
That's so generic.
It's like, remember, we got dirty-ass fucking dirty people in this place.
Yeah.
You gotta hide that shit.
Yeah, make them head B guy.
Okay, where's the...
Please respect the
That's
sanctity
all.
of this space.
Alright, what do we got?
Quiet and rest.
Two tines entwined. Altman was all like, one mind, one body, everybody getting the rebirth. That's what that said.
Get into the rebirth pool. The water's great.
Look at this horrific mural.
So again, if I'm in a creepy religion, and who knows, one day.
Remember to stay
Oh, fuck that other audio log.
If I go to a meeting, they're like, "Here's your head bag."
Since last Sunday.
And your restraints for rebirth.
Can I use your bathroom? Sure.
You're getting ready for the rebirth in there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man. I love that rebuff. And then they're like, man, Matt's been in the fucking unitology rebuff bathroom for a while now. And they open up, there's just a fucking open window.
And the drapes are blowing in the wind.
Draft, exactly.
Oh, hey, man. What up?
Oh, I spent too long in this VR machine.
Ugh.
I gave up.
Indoctrination test phase. Desire to socially belong is high, unassertiveness is low, so is gullibility. Tolerance for ambiguity is high, cultural disillusionment is low, idealism is high, susceptibility to trance-like states, low, self-confidence high, desire for spiritual meaning, low, awareness of group influence on individuals high. Subject is highly unlikely to stay affiliated with the church after a short period of time. We'd expect him to exit the system after the tithing requirements section of initiation. We should invite him to go as far as he'd like, but do not book future earnings against him.
That's another highlightable word that you want to keep. The tithing?
Yeah, you want to keep that out of the literature. It scares people off when they hear about the tithing.
At least for a few levels. Well, I don't know if in single player.
Remember that was the era of like add a dude bro space marine to your game? Whatever your game was, just throw the space marine dude bro in there.
Yeah, there's something right there.
Oh, text log. Software glitch caused the thaw and loss of 2 bodies last week's comeback. We were able to switch the majority of Section 1 over to manual control before any significant rise in temperature. I still suspect the EarthGov officers were denied access to the crypt last week are somehow responsible. They proved to be otherwise, but the timing of the visit and the error was too coincidental. We'll reformat the operating system, I guess, and eliminate any chance of infectious software. I'll pull a triple shift and ensure all goes well.
Jeez.
Triple shifts for real.
Yeah, I think it's in like the never-ending story where the stupid kid has to solve a riddle by these two sphinxes that have these massive sweater cows, and they're fucking like nude. And I was like, how is this kid not losing his mind?
Really? That's your
Yeah.
like.
I think I found the exit.
He's like 13. Like, how is he not being like?
How can he handle this?
He handle this fucking shit.
It's supposed to be nice, but it's not. Oh, a text log. I haven't seen these in a while.
It's true.
All right, let's read ourselves a text log. The kids are playing way too rough on the playground. Yesterday, I literally had a lot of students with scrapes and bruises coming out my office door. A few kids sustained injuries bad enough to go to the infirmary.
Jesus.
Call me old-fashioned, but I think this is the problem with kids growing up on a space station. Kids need a planet with fresh air and open ground to play on. Otherwise, they go stir crazy and start picking on each other. Space is no place to raise a family, if you ask me.
So there was just a Royal Rumble? Like,
Yeah. What it is the markers making the children more violent.
more aggressive, right?
Yeah.
More aggressive than normal.
Yeah, which is pretty... Children are pretty
Since
aggressive.
Children are the cruelest of all creatures.
I've heard about children. I heard that they'll kill each other if given the chance.
Yeah.
They desperately need human supervision.
Every second is battle royale.
Alright, who's in here? Who's in here, motherfuckers? Oh, a text log. Why don't we read this? Matt, take it away.
I know kids supposed to have vivid imagination, but this is getting ridiculous. Nearly half my class has imaginary friends now, claiming that it's their deceased grandmother or something. Normally, this wouldn't be a problem, but it's getting harder and harder to get these kids to concentrate this semester. I have sent more students to the timeout chair than I have in my 12 years of teaching. Maybe these kids are having trouble at home. Also notice that parental involvement steadily decreasing this semester. Walter Blake.
That sounds bad.
That sounds good.
Flamethrower schematic. Yay.
I like to watch.
Hey, buddy. Alright, let's read about
Stole
birds.
his text log.
Howard Phillips says, I want to go home. Auntie claims she didn't get a response to my transfer request. That's the 5th one. How can there be 5 requests and no response? Bureaucracy. Surely someone is getting them. Someone is reading them? I hate to admit it, but the loneliness up here is really more intense than I expected. I think it's starting to affect me. The only good news is that Auntie claims to have authorized my shipment request. They're supposed to be arriving later today, but I can't believe anything she tells me. Been asking for so long, it's hard to believe they might actually let me have my birds. Time will tell. Tonight will tell, actually. This man just wanted his birds. Run like the coward that me is.
Run, Isaac Yankum.
Isaac Yankum?
Yeah.
What now?
Okay, you don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Before Cain was Cain, he was an evil dentist called Isaac Yankum.
Jesus.
Because yank your teeth
You're
out.
so good at this. Howard Phillips wants to say that trying to stay out of range. I don't want to hear her excuses about my transfer. 23 requests. Look, there's a picture of a bird.
Yeah.
Not one
Well,
response.
there was before, but it was a parrot.
I let my birds out of their cages at lunch. It was beautiful. They were flying around.
Free and happy.
Auntie was all like, I fucking hate you, Howard.
Have you noticed that the pictures of Howard, he is a literal 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Why does he look like a little kid?
Don't worry about that. It's
I'm
not really all that
worried about
important.
it. I'm just...
Contact
Oh.
beam. That's what I want.
Oh, gold semiconductor.
Oh, a text log.
I get lost in
Let's
your
read a
eyes.
story. Oh, would you like to read this one? It's got a. He is like a 10-year-old.
They
old
hate me.
man.
They hate me and my young face. I can see them all. They're everywhere now, just perched, watching me. Even Auntie, she's just waiting until old Howard Phillips finally goes crazy and snaps, like he did when he let the birds out or whatever, violated all the codes, ejaculated all over everything.
Oh my God.
I'll show them crazy. I'll show them what crazy is. They'll have to come up here and clean up all this blood. And then what rules will they make? I'll break those too. I'm going to go lay down. I'll show them how many boners I can do.
Get out of here, Joker. With your boners.
Reading an entry like that and having his dumb 10-year-old face is amazing.
It's really good.
It's like, when an RE character makes a diary entry or whatever, and they're going nuts or they're gnawing on things.
No.
You don't have a funny picture to associate with their face.
No. Nicole, not now.
I'm busy.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we got.
All teams, this is Caleb, xenogeologist from Langford Shift 1. There's something in the facility.
Yeah, there
We
is.
lost 3 of our crew and can't contact Shift 4.
Here comes the transport. Everybody get ready in case there's more.
We're abandoning our
Oh,
ship.
that's Ellie.
Everyone else is ordered to do the same.
Caleb, it's more of them. Shoot them! Shoot them!
Well, that didn't go very well.
It went okay.
All right.
Could have gone.
Let's see if there's a new suit that I can't buy because I spent all my money.
Buy a bench.
Yeah. Not that way, then. Aha. Audio log.
Sorensen, do you read? It's Caleb, Shift 1. You guys better be right behind us. We're leaving a swarm of angry dead body parts behind us.
Caleb, come on! More are moving in ahead of us. I can see them!
Everyone move it! Go, go, go!
Okay.
I'm just going back to sell that stasis thing.
Sure. And I was talking to Willie again about that great joke they were talking about during whatever, I think the podcast, where it's like Fry and Leela are talking about doing the robot, and Bender's like, how the hell did you do that?
How? That's crazy. That's the craziest robot shit ever.
Good times.
Somebody died in that audio log, I guess.
Get those secrets. Get those secrets.
I see them.
Audio log.
Flame fuel.
Yeah.
This is Sorensen. Any remaining CEC push it out. Track towards Ellie Langford's rig. Whoever's furthest ahead is clear to pass, but it's moving off fast. You gotta go, Doc. More's coming. Don't think, just move.
Don't think.
When whatever you do, don't move.
And
Just think.
just think non-stop. Big on 0.5% today.
0.7 then.
I'll leave this who's left. Our crew is chasing us. Our dead crew is chasing us.
Dead.
It's just me.
Put
and you
emphasis
right
on
now. We're not gonna make it.
No! Get up, Caleb. It's just a few more meters.
I hear them coming. Don't kill us both, Ellie. Just run. I'll save you. Just go.
No! Caleb! Caleb!
This is Caleb from Shift 1. We lost.
You got some good hits in though.
Yeah. Now the fact that what a cool pose. We played a game called A Robot Named Fight earlier.
Yes,
Me and Wolves.
about that.
And it's got a big flesh moon in it.
Yeah, you fought the Super Beast, huh?
Yeah, the Mega
that thing's
Beast.
horrible.
I don't know who the hell needs a whole roll of toilet paper to wipe their ass, but I'm gonna kick their ass. It's the 5th week in a row some jackass clogged the toilets. We're in space for crying out loud. Plumbing gets jacked. Someone has to spacewalk and get a helmet full of crap to clean it up. Knock it off.
So I have two things I can immediately talk about in regards to that.
I heard it.
See, all London does is wash wipes and
Nappies.
grease. Nappies, like wet ones. Oil and grease down their drains 24/7. That's what they do to keep themselves entertained. When a
They
FIFA
may have
is-
created like a football-sized field nappy fat deposit.
That's a few tons, just a few tons short of a blue whale's mass. Good job, London.
Whoopsie doodles, London. Sounds like that's not very classy at all. Pip pip.
And those games are just straight up, we're Resident Evil. They're just Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm a Resident Evil game.
Go on. It's Hendrik. Did you come in last shift? Did anyone?
We all slept in.
It's just me down here now. I got lost last night when the lights went out, and I fell down a ramp. I think, or someone tripped me. I'm all bruised on my left side, and my ankle is swollen. Are you sure you guys aren't down here? I hear something near my locker. Screw this! I'm heading up. I'm never coming back here again.
So 'cause some people have asked me, why do you keep saying that? What does that mean? A Bumble King is that guy.
That guy right there.
He was in a dangerous situation, but didn't get attacked or anything.
He just kind of fucked up.
He owned himself and just bumbled into a whole bunch of trouble and is now even worse off than he was before, despite the fact that his environment or any enemies had nothing to do with it. They didn't need to do anything. Do you think it's bullshit, or do you think it's reasonable to say
I think it's
that why
bullshit.
does the Ishimura have power?
Oh,
You think it's reasonable to say, like, maybe they might keep a backup generator?
I have an explanation. I'll tell you after this audio log.
Okay.
Dr. Heidi Latchford, Research Summary Organic Material Analysis. There are several shocking findings relating to the sludge-like material found throughout the Ishimura. First, it is human DNA. Second, and far more disturbing, it reanimates in the presence of a marker signal. The only conclusion we can come to is that the entire Ishimura crew was infected and reconstructed and then fell into a soupy DNA sludge when the Aegis 7 marker was destroyed.
Well, that actually explains what happened to all the necromorphs on the
like
ship
all their bodies are-
and how they could even recover it. So get this. It was repowered from the shard's power supply so that the lights would be on and the outlets would work when they were trying to fix it up. And let's fully commit.
Yeah. I need him.
And you have to do that to get this audio log. Isn't that
Nice,
great?
That's cool. Yeah.
I keep seeing you. But you're so mad. So angry. It's just scaring me. I want you to stop.
I'm back here. I did all that shit to come back here.
That's fine. I
Hello?
don't know about this.
Oh, this is the worst room ever. All
You
right.
say that about every other room.
I know.
Kenner Phelps, research log 43509. I can't stop thinking about the formulas from patient 4's last session. You're so clearly ordered, they keep playing back in my mind. The final configuration seems within reach. I can almost solve it myself. It's funny. I was telling Travis the other day that it's almost like it wants us to succeed. I've never seen anything like it. Once we finally solve this heuristic stabilization problem, we should be able to start growing the layers of the marker from the mineral baths.
We can't wait.
Oh man, growing that marker seems like the
mineral
best
baths.
idea we've ever done.
We're growing markers now.
Oh wow. In fact, here we go.
They're basically like chia pets.
Don't know what fish that is.
It's like there's a part in Shin Godzilla where they're like, oh, this thing will be crushed as soon as it makes its way onto land.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what scientists actually say if there's a creature of such size.
Oh yeah, the inverse square law.
As soon as it gets onto the ground, like its legs will just crumple under its own weight, it'll just explode or whatever.
Yeah.
Then the ocean, it might be able to do that. It's fine. So in Shin Godzilla, like, this thing will fucking explode as soon as it comes on the land. It's a win-win for us. And one scientist was like, man, this thing's totally supporting its weight. It's super beast. And then they're like, you're the worst. You don't know. And then as soon as they say it, Shin Godzilla was like, it's totally doing it.
I'm able to stand, idiots.
You didn't think I could do it, but I could. You've watched a lot of movies that have their sounds in it becomes not scary at all.
I did know that.
But Dead Space has a bunch of fucked up sounds I've never really heard. I'm assuming some of them are pigs.
Yeah.
It's the people that are different. Smart people see codes and blueprints, but to everyone else, it's just noise. Noise that drives you mad.
Okay.
So what they're discussing in this bullshit is that, like, okay,
Seems
so
like
we built
bullshit.
the marker, and what we did is we can tell that it gives off a field, okay, because we're very smart, yes?
We're smart people.
All right, so then we built a bunch of dampening fields around the marker so that it doesn't shoot off its horrible alien powers.
Yeah, we don't want that.
The last audio log we discussed was like, oh, those things don't work at all.
Dampening fields?
Yeah, people are doing marker shit all over the fucking base. Whoopsie.
They're doing marker shit.
And then the last one we just read was just like, I'm sure everything's great in data monitoring.
Yeah, we're monitoring that data.
How you guys doing with the data in here? I heard some...
I heard some interesting data analysis.
So what I like is that every night, like, I'm finding not just dead guys, but I'm finding dead necromorphs. Like, they actually did have some success.
It is a fully expressed physical representation of the heuristic algorithms from patient 4, with no breakdowns. The construction schedule begins in earnest tomorrow. Celebration is tonight. I hope I don't black out in the middle of the party. I'm anxious, for some reason.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
anxious, huh?
Yeah.
I would be a little anxious too if I was doing dumb bullshit with the marker.
Look, like, let's ignore the events of Dead Space 1 entirely.
Let's do that.
All right. We have figured out that there's this alien artifact that makes people nuts,
They don't like it.
but it only makes them nuts because it puts too much data in their brain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we built it, and we don't know what it does. And we built a ton of them.
But we know it's neat.
Because you remember the huge convergence thing that happened on the planet, that monster?
Yeah.
Like, it's that, but not quite as big yet.
Don't you dare tell me what I can and cannot do on my own station. My grandfather was running this place long before you were crapping your diapers.
I don't care what your grandfather did, sir.
And you know I'm right. Project Protocol specifically forbids evacuation in the event of a breach. I have spent my whole life in service of this community, and I will not stand here and watch them die for some Project Protocol. Now get to your shuttle. We can argue about this nonsense in court, assuming we both live to discuss your precious protocol. Very well, sir.
Oh, trouble on the home front, eh, buddy? And you're not supposed to get a good look at it.
Well, that's cool in a subtle way, though.
Yeah.
This is Sergeant Patu. I've located the rig signals for the remaining 143 Sector G personnel. They're locked in and tracking the evac. Shuttle fleet confirms capacity and are standing by. How did an evacuation get authorized? Time is going against every protocol for this situation. Now it's too late to stop it, and it's just a mad dash to get everyone off. He must feel responsible for what's happening and is trying to save as many as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Probably feels a little bit responsible for this horrible thing that he did.
Yeah, so that, like, weird like...
Read this text log now.
Yeah. To anyone who may find this transmission, there are people, even some of my own
Okay,
friends-
yeah, so the basic deal that he's talking about is that there's a energy crisis that is like cataclysmic, and it's pretty much the impetus for everything in the Dead Space series.
Okay.
And we need the marker desperately, or else everything is just fucked.
Okay.
It's just fucked.
Well, I'm sure Marker Chan will want to help.
That's the kind of banger we want to end on, yeah.